And we are live. Good evening from California, USA. How are you guys? My name is Glenna, and every week, if possible, we are doing a live interview with our global business partners. So today or tonight, anyway, good evening from California, good morning or good afternoon, wherever you are tuning in from. So I have my co-host here, Glenda. Glenda, your turn.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. So to the world, right? Because we are globally. Oh, what's that? Sorry,
Sorry.
sorry about that. There you
Yeah,
go.
turn off.
Sorry about that. Again, repeat. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening to the world. We are hopping in here live with Sis Glenna to interview this special person that we know as a business owner. So hopefully we can inspire you on his story. Thank you guys
Okay.
for watching us, and then whoever's gonna watch the replay.
So just a brief background about me. My name is Glenna, and I am the part owner of this business page, glennandrayan.com. I am a nurse by trade, been in the business for since last year, so a year this month, September. So I've been a nurse for almost 33 years, so that's quite a while of working, right? So, and we are talking about digital online business. What is it all about, and why are we so passionate about it? So we are very excited to have our guest all the way from Australia, and I would let him introduce himself. JC, the floor is yours.
Thank you very
Woohoo!
much, ladies. Magandang umaga. Good morning from Perth, Western Australia. Of course, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you guys are watching us. Maraming salamat sa panonood for us today. I am also a nurse by profession. I'm an emergency nurse. My specialty is emergency. I'm a travel nurse here in Australia. I've been running my digital business for nearly 2 years, just about roughly 22 months. But thanks to my digital business, because I'm only working part time. Um, and yeah, I'm very, very grateful because of this digital business.
So that is the introduction of JC. So I think Glenda, it's your turn to ask our second question.
Yes, JC, thanks for allowing us to have the interview with you. So we're so glad that you're here. So anyway, my second question is, what inspired your journey and why you decided to join this digital amazing business? I'm so excited, right?
Sure, exactly. When I started this digital business, I started this in November 2021. At that time, it's still the height of the pandemic here in Australia. And as you know, probably you don't know, but during the pandemic, Australia was like a fortress. We were really locked down. We were closed to the world. So at that time, there was so much stress for healthcare workers and especially emergency nurses like me because we are in the front line, like literally in the front line. So at that time, I was trying to look for a different income stream na kakaiba, na hindi, that I don't have to expose myself on what's out there. And of course, we know that that's COVID. Um, in the times when there's so much uncertainty, there's so much fear in all of us. I was trying to look for another income stream that's very different to nursing, and true enough, I was very lucky and grateful because I found this digital business.
Thank you. Yeah, you are right. Halfway tayo managalog para sa ating mga viewers na Filipino speaking. So, napaka-timely yung pasok mo sa digital business na ito kasi ang dami talagang na-burn out during the pandemic.
True,
So, lahat
true,
tayo, we are
exactly.
all nurses. Glenda is also a nurse for how many years, Glenda?
All in all, like 33 years, but I've been with my on my current hospital is like 25 years. So yeah,
25 years.
I couldn't imagine, especially exposed ka sa emergency room, and looking back of the stress that we had. So I work as a bedside, and we are not the front act kumbaga ng COVID at that times, but then seeing them, the burnout of the, salute to the emergency people, nurses, emergency nurses, because parang wala kayong parang wala kayong panangga. So kung sino mang dumating doon, you just never know who has it or who, doesn't have it. So you just like, bahala na si Batman kung, whatever happens, it happens. But this is the line of duty that we ask for, alam ko you're not gonna be in nursing if this is not your passion. So I salute you because of the salute ako sa mga emergency nurses because you get all this drama, right? Drama sa emergency room,
True.
mga chaos, chaotic, and everything that you name it, it's there. So yeah, I couldn't imagine how stressful on that time, those COVID times. So
Thank you. Maraming salamat.
So, is this business also suited for the healthcare? Because nung nag-join kami ni Glenda sa conference sa Calgary, right? Ang daming mga business owners na nasa medical field, nurses, physical therapists, and doctors, even doctors. So, bakit na if this profession is really well paid, why are we still in this business? Why are we joining this business?
Of course, health being in healthcare it's really well paid, especially kaya nga tayo nag-abroad, 'di ba? Mostly, it's sinasabi, Philippines itself is the biggest production of nurses, of globally competent nurses, and we are very, very proud of that. But the thing is, let me remind everyone na lahat po tayo ay tumatanda. Lahat po tayo, everyone's
Yes.
aging, and everyone, and I'm pretty sure if you guys have been nurse, I have been nursing for just over 20 years. Pero ang daming backaches, ang daming leg aches, ang dami. And you also see work-related injuries from your colleagues every now and then. And you know, mahirap, hindi madali ang nursing, regardless kung anong specialty mo, bedside ka man o hindi. It's really hard work. It's manual labor. Patient care is really manual labor. It's really about caring about our patients. But the thing is, hihintayin mo pa ba na tayo ang maging pasyente? Hihintayin pa ba
Correct.
natin na tayo naman ang mahiga on the patient's beds, di ba?
Mhm.
And be cared for. Personally, I don't want to wait for that. Gusto kong I want to equip myself. I want to listen to myself on my body. Actually, um, 2 weeks ago, I had an injury. I had an accident. That's why my crutches are on my back, because I had a surgery. I broke my tibia and fibula, which is my right lower leg. So
Oh,
para sa mga hindi nurses, our lower leg has two bones. And unfortunately, I broke it from an injury. I was doing bouldering, or what we call indoor wall climbing. Aksidente po yun. But you know, anything can happen. A lot of different accidents can happen. At it can also even have tumawid ka lang po, pwede kang masagasaan. Mag-drive ka lang, pwede kang mabangga. You know, these are all hindi natin inaasahan. Kaya nga tinatawag na aksidente. What I'm
right.
trying to say is anything can happen to us. At iisa lang ang katawan natin. And this is our health, our body is our greatest investment. If we get sick, maging baldado tayo, maging unequipped tayo. Right now, I'm not able to wait there for 6 weeks kaya naka-crutches ako. There's so much limitations. And I'm battling mental health kasi nakaka-frustrate talaga, being a very independent person, being a very active person. But of course, again, thankful ako sa lahat ng bagay, and also on this digital business, it keeps me busy. It keeps my mind busy, and also keeps me productive and keeps me earning kahit na nasa bahay lang ako. So to answer that, I'd like to inspire everyone, regardless kung ano man ang trabaho mo in the healthcare, especially those who are nurses out there. You know, have that another source of income that's legitimate and lucrative, such as this digital business, and
Mm.
have that opportunity. Ibigay mo sa sarili mo yung chance na, you know, to lessen your hours, to spend more time with your family, to just listen to your body and to heal, regardless kung saan ka man na stage sa nursing career mo.
yeah. Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry to hear that, what you're going through right now, but for sure in God's healing, you'll be okay. But I just want to incorporate, the one about the yung mga illnesses natin. So like what you said, anything can happen. But with this time I will be talking about, the injury that we can sustain from work, right? I mean, you're
Mm,
just perfectly healthy, but with this with the kind of work that we do, this is what we call repetitive motions. You've been doing this for like 20 years, again and again, for so many years, and your bones or your body tend to say, I had enough, right? I had enough. This is the time that I'm gonna, injure you. So either, no matter how much we take care of ourselves, but to the point that after doing all this, bending, lifting, and all those motions that we do, and then just one click of, or one wrong move, it can just end your career. So we don't want to wait until that time happens. We don't want to wait that until we cannot really, like, can't walk or can't really enjoy our trip. We can't really, wait until we cannot do the, we want to go to a cruise or whatnot. So while we can, right, we want to take care of our body, and not to be like, pahirapan natin yung sarili natin. Of course, we cannot say that, because of nursing. I mean, we know for a fact that we love nursing. Nursing is our passion, but we just have to, have some, parang another outlet, right? In order to have a passive income na hindi tayo talagang, para tayong kalabaw na nagtatrabaho,
Sure.
right?
Exactly.
Rena?
Exactly.
Thank you, JC. Yeah, it's just a matter of time na mawalan tayo ng trabaho, right? Kasi we are all dispensable. So anytime we could get like yourself now, na-injure ka, and then you could lose your job anytime. And there's really like no job security at the moment. And with technology that is taking the whole world, I have read about AI that the main fear and concern of people is they will lose their job because everything can be done with AI, right? They write books just asking AI, okay, write me a book, blah, blah, blah. So anything and everything can happen. So why wait for that thing to happen? So why not already start? Because this time, if you only have one income source, it's not sufficient with our um, inflation rate. So yeah, maybe we can survive, but hirap, right? So we need to have at least a passive source of income in order for us to do the rest extra, like traveling, whatever it is we love doing. So JC, thank you so much, and I know that you are really a very busy individual because you have been doing your coaching, right? After this, you have coaching calls, right?
Yep.
12. Wow. Well, yeah. So
Congratulations.
so what do you think? What do you think were your challenges when you first joined this business? Because lahat naman when you start a business, it's not an easy task. You have challenges, trials. So what were your challenges when you joined this business?
Marami, but it was more on myself because, like I've said, we're all nurses. Sa nursing naman kasi curriculum, wala tayong, we're all based about on science, di ba? Or on health, yung subjects natin. There's nothing about marketing, there's nothing about computers, there's nothing about technology. Kung meron man sigurong computers, it was just rough. Tsaka ano pa naman yung mga computers natin noon when we were schooling, hindi pa katulad ngayon. So for me, it was more like doubting myself kung kaya ko ba siyang gawin and can I really be successful on it. And it was really, really grateful because on this digital business, the video-based training are very easy to follow. It's easier, it's even easier than BLS or than ACLS. It For nurses, nakaka-relate talaga tayo because especially during the pandemic, ang dami nating mga courses online because we're not able to do face-to-face training. And these
Mm.
trainings are very, very important for us to hold our competency annually, di ba? So halos lahat naging online na lang lahat. Manual handling and infection control and so on and so forth. So when I found this business, ang training niya kasi these are all video based and they are really made into short videos. So it was really very easy to follow.
Right.
So kung madali sa akin, I'm pretty sure na magiging madali din sa lahat ng nurses. And of course, nurses kasi our minds are wired instructions based. Magaling tayo in following instructions, in following protocols, in following guidelines, in following procedures. Lahat ng ginagawa natin in the hospital are based on science, may foundation, and has procedures, di ba? Whatever you do, you dress a wound, you insert a catheter, you insert a cannula, all have different procedures, and nurses are very good with instructions. So I'm pretty sure that all nurses can really, really be very successful in this digital business. And another thing also, if I may add, is the unlimited coaching and mentorship that's included in this business. It really made sure that I was really guided along the way. At hindi lang up until I was successful. It's even I was assigned to a mentor and a coach who have also turned to become lifelong friends. And I'm also very, very thankful sa guidance nila. So for all the nurses out there, my experience ka man o wala on running a digital business, we got your back. There's a really a very comprehensive and a very dynamic training that's involved. Plus, there will be people that will guide you along the way.
Thank you, JC. Talaga nakaka-relate ako dyan about the instructions. Kasi, we had from the nursing perspective, like, we have this, procedures and that, like, you have to be like checked off first, right? Before you can do it or whatnot. But on this video-based information, even the grade school can really, do it for them, for kung sinong halimbawa ang parents is not this is not just for nurses or other professionals. So this is like for everybody that willing to mag-try ng business na ito. So ang lagi nilang fear is like, oh, I'm not good into this technical field, or I'm not techie or whatnot. But then, even let's say if you have a grade school child or someone that they can read it and do these instructions, is very it's designed that everyone can really relate to the instructions. And it's like it's a step by step. That's why you can't miss you can't miss the instruction, because we advise that you follow the instructions the way we followed the leaders. So yung mga leaders namin today, the high leaders, the top leaders, they did the same training that we are doing. So we just follow the leaders, and we'll get there, right? Sis Glenna and and Coach JC.
Yeah, that's right. What I really love about this business is, as a coach mentioned, Glenda mentioned, you didn't have a tech savvy to be in this business. You didn't have prior business experience, because we have a video-based training, step by step, easy to understand, easy to follow. And yeah, we have coaches and mentors that will support you, hold your hand until we all succeed in this business. So walang iwanan dito. We are in this business individually, but you are not alone in this business. Ito lang ang beauty. May naririnig akong testimonies na yung ibang business na nanggaling sila, once you're inside, you're on your own. Wala ka ng support. So, bahala ka nang mag-navigate ng business nila. So, in this business, walang iwanan. All for one, one for all. Right? Kaya ang bilis nag-succeed ng mga business owners, because andyan yung support. Ito si Coach. Andyan siya. Supportado namin. Bawa si Glenda, my mentor. Siya yung aking mentor when I click her ad. Kasi sabi ko sa kanya, nurse siya, nurse ako, malapit lang kami, an hour away from each other. So kung meron akong concerns, it's easy for me to just call or drive to her place para i-guide niya ako sa business namin. So yun ang beauty ng business na ito. Huwag kayong matakot. Kung nakikita mo kami all this a year, probably na mga nasa side lang kayo and wondering what we're doing, take action, because nothing changes unless you take action. So easy, don't be afraid. Of course, you have to take your due diligence, right, Coach?
Yeah, exactly. You do your due diligence, katulad ng ibang business ventures. That way, we all arrive in an informed decision.
Right. So, Glenda, anything else?
Yeah, I mean, just last advice to up to now. So for sure, we have some viewers that been watching us for like months, every day or whatnot. But just a last word for those that still there as a fence sitters, that not taking any actions at all, Coach.
Today is the best time to action. Ngayon talaga ang tamang-tamang perfect time. Wag na maghanap ng senyales galing sa taas. Now is the right time. Now is the perfect time to prepare for tomorrow. Kung gusto mo ng bukas na maganda, na masagana, na may choice, you know. Ngayon, ang bagong kayamanan ngayon, the new richness right now is to become freedom rich. It's to become time rich.
Mm.
It's to become choice rich. Kung marami kang panahon, kung may kakayahan kang to make choices for yourself, mayaman ka ibig sabihin. It doesn't have to be just financially rich, you know? Sabi nga nila, the new currency right now is not money, it's time and it's choice. At napakahalaga ngayon because we always see every day by day, nakikita mo from people around you, maraming walang choice sa buhay, kundi kumayod ng kumayod,
Mm.
or malulong sa katamaran. So it's really up to you guys. If you've been watching out there, take action ngayon talaga. Reach out to these lovely ladies, and join us in there. Ako, I'm very very grateful talaga. Ang only ko lang naiisip is, had I known this digital business a bit earlier, I should have started. But it was
That's
a
right.
good choice that I started when I found this in 2021. Tapos na ang pandemic, hopefully, and
Mm.
hopefully wala nang pandemic na bagong dadating in this lifetime. But create that choice for you. Make another income stream that's legit and that's lucrative, that could help you and your whole family. Lahat ng Pilipino, we're always looking at our backs. Palagi tayong lumilingon on our families and relatives back home in the Philippines. And just kung masabi ko lang, if I could mention, I'm also very grateful for this business because I'm also then dahil dito, I'm able to help others as well back home. So maraming maraming nagagawa ang pagkakaroon ng ibang sources ng pagkakakitaan. Don't just rely on your salary. A lot of things can happen. And yeah, join in.
Yes. Yeah, I can relate on everything that you say, coach. Because I meant to say, like, if we found this business a long time ago, so probably, probably I'm not working right now, but nothing is late. Nothing is, we cannot regret of what happened. I mean, I think it was shown to me on the right, on the right time, the right purpose. And I think the same thing with Sis Glenna, like, we've been seeing these ads, but then somehow she said she clicked me. So we have some connections, but overall, like, even sabihin mo, if you're like, oh, I'm already this age, or I cannot do this and that. So we have so much in the community that's over 60 years old, or there's like 65, and there are leaders. They are so successful in everything they do. They lead us on our training. So yeah, I mean, age, you cannot define your success because if you're old already by now. If so, walang hindi pa late for everything, right? Especially on this business, because we are like reaching to the top. So with all the members that we're getting, parang every week, it's like, I don't know how much we've been adding every week on our business. So meaning to say, we are the fastest global business community that that I can say.
I like what you said, Coach. Time and choices is the new currency. So yeah, we need. You may have a lot of financial resources, but do you have the time? Right? Do you have the flexibility? So it's not all about money, correct? Because you may have everything, but if you have no time to do, you have the money to spend, but you didn't have time. Like for us, before we can go on our vacation, we have to apply for our vacation, and in between that vacation, 1 or 2 days denied. So we cannot just go anytime we want to because we have bosses to approve it. Whereas if we are working for our own, like we are our boss, we are the CEOs of our businesses, then we don't have to wait for them to approve. We can go anywhere, anytime. And this business actually is really good because this is a business that's portable. So I just came from Vegas yesterday, and anytime there is business inquiries, there were buyers. So anywhere, anytime, as long as you have internet, as long as you have your cell phone or laptop with you, this business is doable.
That's correct. Yes.
So, Coach, I know that you still have another coaching calls to do, and thank you so much for gracing our interview tonight out of your very busy schedule. Thank you for sparing us your time. We really appreciate this time with us, and I know that we already have called nurses or anyone in the medical field. If you are tired of working your 9 to 5 grind, and you want time freedom and flexibility, try this business. It doesn't hurt to start now or to try now. If you don't like it, nothing, it's okay, because like at least you tried. You tried to do something, and then if it's not for you, then it's not for you, right, Glenda?
Correct. That's true. Walang pilitan dito. I mean, we share, and then you have all the reason to, you have all the decision. So if you want to go for it, we would like to share all this, blessings with you. But if not, this business is not meant for everybody. So you just have to give it a try, take a look, see you inside, and then yeah, you'll find out if this is meant for you.
So to wrap up our interview, I would like to really express gratitude for the time that JC spent with us. And if you wanted to know more, you can click our websites, www.glenarayan.com, and Glenda.
www.glandamelpublico.com. And coach,
www.jccaridad nurseboss.com. Maraming salamat for the invite.
thank you,
Maraming
coach.
maraming salamat po, and I hope that we have given you values tonight, and dig deeper, go further, and just reach out to any one of us. We are a team. We are not a competition to one another. We work as a team. So whoever you can resonate with, connect, and that's the key. Connect with us. And from California, thank you so much. We are coming live. Good night, good evening, and
Good
good morning.
night.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone. Have a good evening.